Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your board. I ain't got nothing on but the pyramid. P-Funk out here in the lab. Put my church clothes on. Do what I do for you. Got a nice lesson for you today. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message and a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to be checking them out and receiving them. I appreciate you. So we got a good thing going. Let's ride. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that. Know themselves. After the lessons that I give to them, they use them for themselves. So that will get them to do just that. Know thyself. That's my goal. That's my mission. Let's go. Do you know you? It's rhetorical. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I love to do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. I appreciate you too. A person who knows not and believes that they know dangers, avoid them. I do. Every now and then you can't get around it, so you try to put them in check or enlighten them. That's what I do. All right. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know that step into my app. Be true. I know y'all don't like me talking about me, but I'm talking about me. I'm sorry. But no, what I'm saying is when I talk about, me, I don't really tune in. So let me try to see if I can get this over. Right thinkers, let's talk about a sage of wisdom. Why? I am one. Let me explain it to you. Let me break it down for you. Nice little lesson. I got a little bit over there. I'm gonna finish up with the book. We'll start out with my stuff. Okay? Let's go. So who say you a sage? I'm a sage. According to who? I mastered the art of right thinking philosophy, aka yoga wisdom. Again, I put my 30 years of studying and mastering the craft. I just called it right thinking philosophy, but I put my time in to master this craft of wisdom. Let me show you. A sage. What hat? Got a couple of them. It's the title. But a sage does not cover objects. I ain't big on toys and fancy trinkets. I wear my panties because they represent something so symbolically, yeah, but I'm not big on objects. Why? A sage, as a sage, you have experienced what? Oneness with the divine who encompasses all objects of the world. And you are understood and experienced as a part of this oneness with yourself, so you cannot desire what you already have. Meaning, if you're God, you got everything you need already. And we all do have it. We just don't realize it. That's the part of waking up and knowing that self that it gets you to realize that thing, who you are. Okay. What's a sage? Someone who is on or have mastered the path to wisdom for life. I told you, I'm a master of my right thinking philosophy, but I'm just a student in life. So my sagehood is what I do now, teaching others, but I'm also living what I teach. That's what a sage is. Being a sage, here you go, on the path of wisdom means eradicating, listen, the idea of the ego. If you are egoistic, ain't happening. Okay, you can live. Probably some people live a good life off the ego, but as a sage, never happened. Why? Now, this implies the destruction of what? Your lower nature, aka the ego, or we know him as set. If you don't conquer your ego, you'll never know yourself, you'll never reach knee highs, and you'll never really be happy in life. Why? Because, and it's the demonic qualities that includes from being your lower nature. This is what keeps you down: anger, hatred, greed, lust, covetousness, hypocrisy, jealousy, and admiring the others that we can go on and on about. Why? Because when you're in that lower state of mind, these are qualities that you have for yourself. When you take care of these qualities, that's how you raise your conscious level. That's how you better yourself. Watch this. What we end up at. Okay. What makes all of this possible is because the underlying ignorance of your mind has been eliminated with right thinking, life lessons. When you eliminate those qualities, by the times I'm teaching you, how I'm telling you what to do, how to do that, that's when you will realize for yourself who you are at the next level. So, what can a sage do? Glad you asked. A sage can exert control over his power of, first of all, speech. So he'll never utter evil, nasty, unkind words to people out of ignorance, and to have power over speaking Makado. I'm not going to wild out with you. I'm not going to jibber jabber with you, but I'm going to speak the truth to you. I'm not going for that, but I'm going to keep it real, so to speak. Watch this. The truth in art. I'm going to teach you the truth. I'm going to speak the truth to you. Watch this. The truth in a what? Artistic, respectful manner. When? Daily. I do this every day. Okay. Which all right thinkers will be able to what? Understand, and more importantly, be able to assimilate, aka manifest and master for themselves. I give you life lessons that you can implement and manifest and master them for yourself on a day-to-day basis. Now, by living it for themselves, they will learn and they become masters of themselves. That's the goal for all right thinkers, as far as I'm concerned. You want to know yourself. You want to become a master. Now, a sage, what is it? Okay, a sage of right thinker philosophy, yoga of wisdom, can, watch this, exert immense control over their emotions. When? Always. Main hustles rule, don't build your cool. I knew that back when I was doing what I was doing. I still stayed cool. When the shit hit the fan, I was cool. And I asked him, was I cool? Yeah, you was cool. That's all that matters. I was caught dead to right, but I was cool. So I kept it real. Even in the face of adversity, even with guns in my face, I'm still cool. We're good. I ain't no problem. Come on, man. You got to rough me up. No. Okay? So sometimes you just got to go with the flow, so to speak. Now, how to be a sage? Or do you know you're a sage? Or how will you know you're a sage? Everybody don't aspire to be a sage. I'm a master of a craft that I've studied, and I want to teach others how to do the same. That's why I got the title of being a sage, helping others master themselves. But I believe I live my teaching. That's why I take the title, because that's what a sage does. That's what I know. Now, a sage, at any moment, a sage can display compassion, mhm, empathy. I'm a pet lover. Sympathy. I care. The heart chakra. Don't get it twisted. Anger. hmm If need be or have to, or hotep. Hotep means peace, okay? Inner peace, okay? As any situation of life that arises that requires, and that's to help what? My that's help to encourage and to show and teach my fellow right thinker students who are also on that spiritual path of wisdom, aka right thinker philosophy. If I'm going to tell you, if I'm going to teach you, I have to implement it and exercise it first myself. Other than that, nothing matters. I can't afford not to be a right thinker. I can't afford not to think right, act right, do right, and be right. That's what I represent. I put myself in that position. Okay? I ain't got a problem with that. Okay? I hold myself to a way higher standard, so I'm good. Where we at? Now, watch this. Just be okay. Let's think. Okay. Okay. Now, a sage is free from grief, mourning, and wilding out. Why? Since there is no more death. I know death is illusion and death is to the physical body. The spirit can't die. I know that. I ain't got time for that. That's not a lesson. But when you have knowledge, you know that yourself. Or watch this. No more death or loss of any kind to really mourn or feel sorry about. When somebody die, they go on to the next level, next life. The question is, how they live this life will determine where they go. Ain't got nothing to do with me. All right? Or to mourn. A sage of wisdom is not subject to what? Pettiness or human vanity. Now, I like to look good, put my stuff on, be decent, but I'm not beat for that. Or main thing, selfishness, aka ego tripping. If it's all about you, you missed the mark by a million. Way off. Cool, all that, but just didn't have his mind where it needed to be. That's all. So we all go through that. Now, let me wrap this up for you. Now, where we at? 50 being petty, okay, tripping. A sage's happiness is not dependent upon objects or things and situations in the world. Why? Because he or she is not in competition with anyone. I could care less what whoever do what I'm doing is doing. Don't care. I do what I do for you. Don't make a difference who else is doing that. Trust me. That's all on you. And it has gone beyond what? The ego. I'm not egoistic. He or she is what? No, oh, excuse me, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because he or she not in competition with anyone and shows no discontent with any situation. As you go through life, I'm taking my lumps as I go. I used to complain. I'm learning how to just let it be. And since the sage has gone now beyond the ego, there you go. He or she is no longer affected by what? The desires for things in the world that will bring them inner peace. I know ain't nothing out here that's gonna give me nothing except momentary satisfaction and pleasure. Inner peace starts from within. Let me wrap this up with I got to go to my book. I got a nice little thing over here that breaks it down. Like I said, some things I can do on my own and say, yeah, I want. Some things I just let the book say what it says. So let's go. Let me rip this up right quick. Now, those who lead the egoistic life are always swinging from happiness to sadness. Again, a sage don't have that problem. Elation and depression. Up, high, down, low. Up, high, smooth sailing. Smooth it out, okay? Make your life smooth. A sage of wisdom has what? Discovered the internal anchor, which provides internal equilibrium, balance. That's my girl Maya, aka Hotep, which means inner peace and harmony that allows them to see what? All developments in the world with what? Equal or aka third eye vision. Thus, a sage is not happy if there is $1,000,000 in the bank. I wish I had that. I'd be happy. Or sad if they only had 100. That's more like me. So understand this. A sage cannot be swayed. That's the point. A path from the path of righteousness and truth due to what? Personal desires. You can't buy me. You can't trick me. You can't fake me out. So please understand that. Many people, watch this, can follow truth. Yeah, they talk a good game. Watch this. Until they are put in a situation where they have a choice to do something unrighteous in order to get something that they really want. Now the question is, how bad you want it? What's your price? See, I have no price. I don't want nothing that bad. That's the difference. When you reach that level of life, you become a sage. That sagehood, when the joys and pleasures of the world don't excite you. Understand that. That's a bit of pill to swallow. Oh, I guess you know. Oh, just get the philosophical concept, please. Now, many times, watch this. They will rationalize. Here we go. You're gonna play the mind game. Nobody know. They'll never know. He know. That's why I wear my eye. Why? The all-seeing is in here. He knows your heart. And if you don't understand that's where he dwells in you, you are a sinner because you missed the mark. Now, when you rationalize your desires and watch this and suppress their consciousness, meaning you're going to put your heart at rest and what nobody knows in order to do what? To be free to do what you want. See, he's in the heart, but he ain't a decision maker. This is the decision maker. That's yours. This is his. This is yours. Put them together. Work as one, and you'll never go wrong. That's heart-mind coherence. For the fact, when you conscious and you know when you good to go, trust me, a sage is not susceptible. Watch this. To what form of delusions, straying from the path of righteousness, no matter what the cost, even in the slightest degree, leads to what worldly entanglements. The consequences of that sneaky, deceitful action that you thought nobody knows will come back and bite you. And watch this. And worries over one's actions and their consequences. It's called karma. You think you can get away with something? Think again. That's all. And those kind of people, that's larceny. You know in your heart it's wrong. You know it's wrong, but you can justify it in your mind. Say, well, that's just wrong. So where there is righteousness, honesty, and truth, there is no need for that to worry to be that kind of person. They say power corrupts. Nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Corrupt. When corrupt get in power, it's going to be more corrupt. A good man in power don't turn corrupt unless he fall victim. Again, everybody has their price or their limit. So everybody to each excuse me. But if you are sincere to the cause which makes you a sage, you don't have a problem. I don't. Moving on, let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you doing that. Now, most people have their feet on earth with earthly concerns and egoistic pursuits, meaning you got the feet on the ground, but your head is way up there. Egoistic pursuits. Their view of the sky, expansion, and consciousness is obstructed by the clouds of what? Delusion and ignorance. Don't know. Their mind is constantly agitated by the clouds of what? Desires, thoughts, and imaginations. Always, I'm wishing this, I'm gonna have that, I'm dreaming about this. As passing clouds seem to create different developments in the sky, but do not affect the sky, so too the mind of a sage of wisdom, right there in philosophy, is also unaffected, like the vast sky, which is deep, dark, infinite essence. A sage does not imagine, he or she knows all that is to be known and abides in that knowing at all times. I know me. I don't concern myself with nobody else, but I know all I need to know about me. Moving on. That's just a concept. Where we at? Okay. The I am. Here we go. One with God. When you are spiritually awakened, you become one. Calm it down. Is transcended now. Instead of I am one with God, the understanding is, listen, is that I am God. Luke I'm your father. And I am what all that is. All proceeds from me. And I am the innermost reality of what? Creation. I abide where? In the hearts of all human beings. And I am the source of all existence of the past, present, and future. Hope you're getting this, fellas. This is a lofty goal of the yoga of wisdom, or right thinking philosophy, which has been handed down from when? Time of immemorial, from the divine to the sages and saints of all countries. It is the highest achievement of life and the object of real attainment in life. I got Hall of Fame high school. I made the highest achievement in high school. I'm a sage in life. I done reached the next highest level in life. So I'm doing all right. How you making out? Keep with your boy. I can help you get there too. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out.